ball is tipped, and there you are. You're running for your life. You're a shooting star. In all the years, no one knows just how hard you worked. But now it shows. In one shining moment, it's all on the line. In one shining moment, they're frozen in time. But time is short and the road is long. In the blinking of an eye, that moment's gone. And when it's done, win or lose, you always did your best. 'Cause inside you knew that in one shining moment you reached deep inside. One shining moment you knew you were alive. Feel the beat of your heart, feel the wind in your face. It's more than a contest, it's more than a race. And when it's done, win or lose, you always did your best. 'Cause inside you knew, in one shining moment you reached for the sky. In one shining moment you knew, yeah. In one shining moment you're willing to try. In one shining moment you knew. One shining moment.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the CSBA National Tournament. We have a powerhouse matchup here tonight. Well, one of four, actually. The first one coming between number 4 Pitt, number 1 Tennessee. I am Dalton, welcoming you to the broadcast booth here with Colin. Colin, how are we doing tonight?
You're good, man. I'm ready to see this blockbuster matchup. This is the number 1 overall seed, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they could do.
Number 1 overall seed gonna have to deal with one of the best three-point shooters in the league, though. Rafus Diddle already starting off hot. First 3 goes for him. You mentioned it, the number 1 overall seed in Tennessee. The Volunteers checking into this one, 10-1. Pitt not too far behind them, though, 7-3. Is there anybody on either team, as you see Cooper Mears gets to start tonight and knocks down his own 3? Is there anybody on either team that you're really looking forward to in this matchup?
Of course, you talk about Pittsburgh. I mean, they have the big 3 with Kai Williams, Rafus Diddle, and Bo Diddle. I look for Rafus. Hopefully he gets going. If he can get going and drop maybe over 25, I think Pitt really has a great chance of winning. Tennessee, you see Lamangelo over there and Mufasa Al-Akbari. Definitely 2 key players to watch if the Volunteers want to move on to the Elite 8.
Man, I'm telling you right now, 2 of those names, nice move here, man. The offense is creating a lot of high octane already in the early first. But I mean, you mentioned 2 of those names, 2 of the most lethal scorers in the league. Rafus Diddle averaging just over 18 a game, and Lamangelo for Tennessee averaging just under 18 a game at 17.5. So should be really an explosive, fun matchup between the 2. It's going to be Pittsburgh, though, in a late shot clock attempt, but Bo Diddle cleans up the mess. And speaking of clean, let's talk about those jerseys for Pittsburgh. They went with the retros, you know, the old school jerseys, and they're hooping out there in style for sure.
I personally love them.
Yeah, I love them as well. Very nice colors, easy on the eyes. They're going to have to clean up some of these offensive chances, though, second chances for Tennessee, allowing another board there, but they're unable to get anything going. Rafis down low. He's going to go to the line for a chance at a three-point play. Count the bucket.
Rafe is really showing you here why he's one of the most high-scoring players in the league. He can get it done from everywhere. Three-point, he could cut down low. He draws the foul there, and he's going to the line.
Yeah, he's going to the line for one more chance to make it 3 points. We saw him knock down the first three of the game, the first shot of the game, rather. The senior shooting guard. He definitely will be missed, not only by the Panthers, but fans of him as well. Shooting a decent 85% at the line on the season. Knocks down the three-point play. Tennessee, though, man, they looked really good in their first matchup against Villanova, beating them 84-66. You see Cooper again with another shot. He's up to 5 points here. And in Pitt, beating an Arizona State team that is not one to laugh at. A great win for them, especially heading into this matchup. A lot of people probably had them, not probably, I literally looked at the stats earlier. A lot of people had them getting upset in that first round, but they beat the 5 seed, and now they have a dance with the number 1 overall seed, as you mentioned, and handling it pretty well. Cooper Mears again, man. He's on fire.
Mears starting off this game, you can see 7 points. I mean, great job, great start by him. And if he can get going, it relieves some pressure on the other starters to score.
Yeah, he's definitely allowing the other players on offense to maybe take a deep breath. You see House with his missed third, or with his missed 3. Jesus, here we go. Getting my tongue slips out the way early. Finally, Pittsburgh not allowing a second opportunity for Tennessee. You see Bo Diddle skies in for that rebound.
I mean, Bo Diddle's going to have to be an absolute monster down low tonight if Pitt wants any chance to win. It is a very lethal team. I could very well see Tennessee losing to them here today.
It's going to be a close game if the first quarter is anything to speak for the rest. You see Burmeister coming down with that board. There was a shot opportunity there for a minute, electing not to shoot it. Kicks over to Alec Barr. He's going to take a tough one, no good. Diddle grabs his board again. He's averaging 9.5 a game, close to a double-double. Rafis, another 3, shows you why he won the three-point contest this year. Knocks down his second from the same spot.
He really is starting off this game pretty great. He had, of course, that first 3. He drew that and won. Now it's another 3. He's up to 9 points, I think, now. Great job by him to start off this game hot.
Yeah, all of his points coming in portions of 3. Saw the 2 3-point field goals and then the 3-point play by Rafis. This is Rafis versus Cooper. And it's a fun matchup, to say the least. Cooper is out of the game now, so is Rafis. So the bench squad's coming in for both sides. See if they can keep up with the offensive... what is the word I'm looking up? The offensive showing, I guess you could say, in the first.
And I mean, the Tennessee's going to have to put on a show here today, because way it's going right now, it's going to be a close game. It's definitely going to come down to these 2 bench squads.
Yeah, definitely. It is going to. It's proving to be a high-scoring game. So surely both teams are not going to be able to score this much throughout the entirety of the game. So, I mean, it is up to those bench players to come in, fill the role, fill the shoes, and able to fill the gaps as well on the offensive end. Now, Tennessee does have some really good D pause. Pittsburgh not really known for their defense. They can just pretty much outscore anybody in the league. But I'm really interested to see how the second units do defend in this game. You see the nice double team late rotation in the shot, forcing up a bad one, but it's going to be Jello. He's going to take a transition 3, bang, that's good.
A great job here by Tennessee. Their bench squad coming out, get a little run going, 5 straight unanswered points, and now they're taking the lead.
Yeah, Tennessee with the first lead tonight. Pittsburgh, let's see how they respond, giving up a little bit of a run. They have a mismatch down low. They're finally going to get it to him. Sutherland backing down his man, rising up, but there's the rotation D again. Nice awareness from the big man down to Guns. That's a bad foul by Mirny. He's going to send Guns to the line for one more after the dunk.
I mean, like you said, a really bad foul, and this bench squad absolutely getting it done for Tennessee. They're showing you why they're the #1 overall seed. They have great depth all across the board.
Mears, I see you in chat saying anybody else losing audio. I hope not. Please let us know if that is the case. But it's a very high-scoring first quarter. Both teams looking to continue that. See Mirny now with the ball, bringing it up the court. It's just on the bad end of that three-point play from Tennessee. I don't know why he fouled.
That was a
Go ahead.
dumb foul.
Yeah. It was not really sure what he was thinking. I mean, the big man was already up, and he just put his hands on him when he shouldn't have. But you live and you learn. Williams comes up with the loose ball. It's going to be a steal for Pittsburgh, rewarding another possession. Has his man in the corner, but it's going to be a loose ball again. Pittsburgh not the fastest there. Bailey the third is going to run in transition. A layup, good. Tennessee up 6.
Yeah, and we see Pitt, their bench squad has really gone cold here so far. Not scoring any points since they came on, and Tennessee scored 10 straight unanswered points. Just, you can't have that from your bench squad and expect to win the game.
Welcome everybody in the chat. I'm glad we got the audio mishaps figured out. It's just on Mir's end, not on ours. Vacation Bible School. They got to have him for your game, Mears. A nice 3, though, from Mirny. So he gave up the three-point play on the other end, comes down with a 3 of his own. You love to see that from him.
Definitely great job coming out of the timeout and getting something going offensively.
Yeah, they drew that play up well, but Tennessee's going to get their most lethal shooter wide open, Jello. One of the league leaders in 3 points made, if not the leader. I believe he is the leader. Let me double check myself before I just start spewing out stats to everybody, but he is one of the most lethal 3-point shooters in the country. Obviously did not win the 3-point contest because Rafus Diddle did, but he was one of the favorites to win that. Rightfully so. Mirny late in the shot clock. He just made a 3, not from that far, but from the same area. No good on that one. Rebound tipped away, finally corralled by Guns. Out to Malone. He's in transition. Has the big man down low, doesn't get it to him. And they're going to set the offense up. Guns likes this matchup here. You see the size difference, the weight difference of the two. He's going to try a post fade. No good. Dillon with the offensive board, and that's good.
Just great job all night. We've seen Tennessee just getting down and bullying the Panthers down low. It's just the rebounding game is amazing right now for the Volunteers.
Yeah, right on cue. They force a tough shot, tough look, and a board again. Guns is going to go back to the line. Sutherland, the sophomore power forward, is going to be called for his second foul. And I was correct. Lamont Jello is leading the league in three-pointers made. And second, right behind him, none other than Rafus Diddle. So, love to see that matchup there.
Yeah, I mean, also, Guns has done a great job into the line here. This is, his 3rd time going to the free throw line here tonight. Just a great job at getting down low and drawing fouls. That's definitely what you need on your bench unit.
Yeah, a guy that's a big guy, I should say, that is not scared to take contact and draw the foul to get to the line.
Really something that Tennessee needs.
This free throw to make it a 10-point game, the largest lead of the game, and it is good. Tennessee leading by double figures for the first time tonight. So after a hot start by Pittsburgh, cooled off when the bench came in. And it's got to be a warning sign for this Panther team that is known to score in bunches. Diddle out to Mirny. About a 3-second difference between shot and game clock. going to hold for as long as they can. Mirny's going to take one and make one from deep. Back to a 7-point game.
Now, all Pitt needs to do with their bench unit is just keep it at least rationally and close so that the starters can come back in and take the lead and win that game. I mean, they haven't been doing it so far.
Well, that's the end of the first, ladies and gentlemen. Want to take a quick shout out to everybody in chat. Legend, we see you. Ray, Gish, K. Howie. Appreciate everybody in the chat. And, of course, none other than the one and only Mears. If you have not already, make sure you go listen to the podcast, the CSBA podcast, TTSN. If you want to go into the Discord and find it, people will be more than happy to help. Cannot speak ever. I don't understand what it is, man. I develop some type of trouble whenever calling games. Need to get that sorted out. All these names, man. We got Riddle, Diddle, Where. You know, we got 3 Diddles here. Sethro, Bodine, Diddle. All these words just come off your tongue. Sometimes not with ease.
Yeah, I tend to lose my train of thought. When I'm saying stuff, I get what I'm saying.
I feel it, brother. The consciousness is a weird thing. The mind is a weird thing, but that's a whole nother debate. We're here talking about CSBA basketball. And if you're new to the chat, man, go ahead and put it in the exclamation point Discord. Join the Discord. You can begin your career here in the CSBA your own self with your own player. That's another rotational defense again after the whistle. But the rotational defense late in the shot clock is what's really giving Tennessee the advantage in this game, I do believe. That's the 3rd time that I can count already that they've rotated late into the shot clock, forced a bad shot, forced a contested double-team shot that has gone ill for Pittsburgh.
It's been a great job here by the Tennessee defense after that hot start. Ooh. You could see just after Bari just bullied his way down there. I mean, also that their presence down low is what's getting them this game right now. The rebounds, the post scores, it's just all adding up right now.
And an alley-oop from the Diddles. That's a sign of life, I should say, for the Panthers. They looked very scared with the tail underneath, tucked in, but coming out off the bench. Starters back in now for them, giving up an easy 2, though, on the other end. But it's a sign of life for this Pittsburgh team that has gone cold at the end of the first.
Hopefully it can boost morale, boost motivation, you know, get the bench into it, get the crowd into it. So there's a lot of orange here tonight.
It is a lot of orange. And that 3 was missed by Walter Mellon. Hasn't made one all season, the power forward junior, but he takes that one and does not make it. Alec Bari has got to like this matchup here, but he gives the ball out to Vance at the top of the key. Going to take a tough midi, no good. Bo Diddle skies in for that board.
Good defense by Pitt, forcing a tough shot.
And we've seen that finally. We've seen that with Tennessee, but finally we see it with Pittsburgh here, forcing up bad shots. It feels like Tennessee's gotten whatever they wanted, and Rafus Diddle bullying Jason Vance, but it doesn't fall. Now Burmeister has the ball. Kicks over to his man, Mears. Had a really hot start. Sees a double team, but doesn't matter. The hook in the post is good for 2.
Mears is just playing lights out here in this first half. You've already seen it first quarter, continuing there into the second quarter. He's just played great for this Tennessee team.
And Tennessee rewarding themselves with another steal. And the alley-oop in transition, no, it's disrupted by Pittsburgh. The defense showing up now in the second quarter. Kicks down to Diddle. Out to House the 3rd. They'll reset at the top of the key. Has his man Rafus top of the key. No good. Thought that 3 was going to fall for sure.
I did too, and Rafus is the guy to look at. When you need to get Pitt going, he's always there. Make it a huge 3, but just that time he couldn't get it to go.
How about Mufasa Alagbari? Got the offensive board, went up with it, missed, got his own offensive board. Oh my goodness, great crossover from Rafus. And then takes the fadeaway jumper, and it's good. So Alagbari already a huge impact for his team. But Rafus Diddle will go to the line for 2 on the other end after a foul.
back to our point about Mufasa, I mean, he is the most efficient on the Tennessee Volunteers team, and he's shown that tonight. He's down low getting boards. We've seen him score a couple times. He's done pretty good.
Rafus Diddle at the line, shooting 85%, as we had mentioned earlier. Now his brother, though bigger, shoots way better at the free throw line. 24 of 24 on this season, so he's part of that 100 club for Pittsburgh. And it's very rare to see a big man like that, 7 foot 260, shooting that well from the free throw line. But I don't know where they were raised. I heard they were raised in a trailer park. I think I heard that week 4, week 5. I don't know. But he must have had a bunch of free throw practice. Let's take a look at the players to watch in this game. For Pittsburgh, you're going to see Rafus Diddle numbers on the screen there. Told you he's one of the league leaders in points. And then for Tennessee, that matchup, Rafus against Lamont-Jello. Another one of the most lethal scorers in the league at 17.5 points a game.
We've called Jello's name a couple times, but not as much as usual, and it just goes to show how lethal Tennessee is, that they don't need their best scorer to pop off every game to beat you by 11 right now.
Right, they got 4 guys averaging double figures on the season. And there's one of them, Mears. I mean, he has given them just the most, what is the word? The most, stress relief performance here in the first half. Like, to have him usually coming off the bench but starting in this one and playing the way he is. I mean, you got to think that he feels like he maybe should start the entirety of the season the way he's playing.
He's honestly playing great, and you can see he was 5 for 7 with 11 points. That's really efficient, too. Efficient shooting. I'm just really impressed with what I'm seeing out of him tonight.
Yeah, he's already at his season average of 11 in this game, so look for him to have an explosive second half as well. Bo Diddle is going to have the isolation on the left post. He's going to pass the ball out to Mort. Thought he was going to take that fade away. He'll reset, though, and screen for his guy. Take a 3. No good on that one. Gish with the board.
That was a great shot opportunity by Rick Mort, but just unfortunately couldn't get it to go. Pitt just needs to knock down those if they're ever going to come back.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you want your guy that shoots 9% from 3 to be taking those. This one should be a different outcome, but it's not. Man, Kai Williams shooting 41% from 3, unable to knock that one down. And Pitt, other than Rafus Diddle, they're having a hard time knocking it down from the perimeter.
We really haven't seen, like you said, their three-point shooters, Kai Williams, Big Hoss, Eaton Letterman. They haven't really made any threes here tonight, and that's a concern.
Well, this guy's going to try for more. No! It is disrupted. I wouldn't call it blocked. I don't think he got a hand on it, but it was disrupted enough to force the miss. And on the other end, no, I thought Gish was going to get that one to fall too.
And speaking of Gish, the freshman center, he's playing really good, honestly. One of the most efficient on the team, almost 9 rebounds a game, a little over 7 points a game. I mean, playing pretty good for being a freshman.
Yeah, there's a lot of freshman talent in the league, him being one of them. Katie in the chat said 9%, yes. Rick Mort is shooting a whopping 9% from the 3 on the season.
Oh, yeah, I mean, definitely don't want him to be shooting threes out there and popping them like he's Steph, but he did, and costed the Panthers a good possession.
I agree. They found themselves down 15 with just under 2 minutes to play in the first half. Had their man at the top of the key, but late to get it to him. Not really sure what that was about. Looked like a good play. Letterman's going to take a midi and make it, though, so that's a good sign for him. I believe that's his first points of the night. It is. Right on. Thank you, 2K. Appreciate the assist.
Yeah. Letterman, he's also one of their huge scorers, averaging almost 10 points a game, but He said that's his first shot here tonight, which
Right.
is really concerning for Pitt.
Well, Bailey the third, shooting 41% from three, knocks down his first one. Another one of those freshmen for Tennessee that have been huge for the Volunteers this season, and a much beneficial factor for their 10-1 record thus far. Pitt just doesn't look like they want it bad enough. Jello in transition to three, proving to you why he's one of the best shooters in the country. And the lead now exploding to 19.
Pitt came out. They came out strong. They came out swinging. I thought they honestly had a legitimate chance. But once that depth came in for Tennessee, they showed you why they're a 1 seed. They show you why they're the best team in the country. That depth just got too much, and then ever since that, Pitt's looked a bit sluggish.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, it's just Jello again. Jeez, is he part of the Fantastic Four? Because he's looking like a Human Torch out there. Pitt only with 27 points in this first half, man. That will not beat anybody, I don't think. I think you could put the Vacation Bible School kids that we see at halftime on, have their best 5 on the floor, and they could score more than 27 and a half. There's Williams finally able to see one go down. The senior, they're going to need his leadership in the second half. Jello, if he makes this, I'm done.
Oh, my God. We've seen a couple of those.
I would have left. That's the end of the first half. Pitt down big against Tennessee. Colin, if you want to break down the first half for me, man, what did you see? What did you not see? What would you like to see in the second half?
And honestly, this first half, it got off to a great start. I thought we were going to see a great game between Pitt and Tennessee. Obviously, Pitt came out swinging with Rafus Diddle scoring 9 of the first 13 points, which was pretty great by him. But other than that, the offense, we've really gotten no contribution from really anybody except him. I would love to see them spreading the ball around, hopefully getting some of their other top scorers. Kyle Williams, we saw at the end of the half, Diddle, Eaton Letterman. We can hopefully see all these guys score, and Tennessee is really taking advantage of it. We saw their bench unit come out, and look at those rebounds, 23 to 10. You will not win a game with 10 rebounds and a half. It's just not going to happen. They need to get it done down low, and they need to have some presence down there, because it really doesn't look like won it. And like you said earlier, they just look sluggish.
Right, and it's kind of tough to watch this happen. Like I said, this is a Pitt team that we're used to seeing score the ball a lot. But whenever they're off, they are off. This is the team that lost 2 games ago by 49 points to Marquette. They only put up 56 points and gave up 105. So it looks like we're on track for another Pitt. I can't think today, dude. We're looking for another Pitt no-show on the offensive end, I guess.
No show. Yep.
I mean, and Tennessee is already getting a great look from 3. That one doesn't fall, so a breath of fresh air there for Pitt, because that could have been extended back to a 20-point game.
Pitt just really needs to get some perimeter shots going, just anything like that. That gives energy back into the entire team. And, hopefully they can stop the Volunteers on defense, which they haven't seemed to do all night.
Well, there's a steal from Mellon out to Rafus. Going to kick it back to Bo Diddle. Has the take. No, I thought it was going to fall. Mufasa called for his first foul, and he's animated about it, but I don't think you can argue with that one. A lot of contact there.
I mean, coming out of half, it looks like Pitt is re-energized. That's the word. Re-energized. You can see they got the steal. They got it done on defense. They got their first offensive possession. They got a huge dunk for this man right here, Bo Diddle. He's going to the line.
Yeah, one of the 4 seniors on this Pittsburgh team. Pitt's going to look a lot different next season, losing 4 players. I don't believe they're part of that rebrand. I could be wrong. Somebody correct me in the chat if you know, but
I think they are.
But nonetheless,
Pretty sure they are.
They will look very different, losing especially Rafus Diddle and Bo Diddle, the Diddle brothers.
They lose their top 3 scorers next season.
That's a great point. Great call there. And yeah, the Eaton Letterman is their fourth, and he's a junior, and he's not even at 10 a game, just under at 9.6. But they're not rebranding. Thank you, Katie, and thank you, Colin, as well.
And they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose Eaton because he's going to mid majors.
That is. Thank you for that as well. You're just giving me the assist. I appreciate you. So yeah, they're losing their top 4 scorers. Mufasa called for another foul. And he's just as animated. But Rafus Diddle knocking down the layup, taking in the contact, and yeah, he got him on the body there. He got him on the body.
Yeah, looks like
may have been a little bit of an acting job there, but
yeah.
Well, here we are, Rafus. This one to make it back down to a 10-point game, and it's good. So Pitt, this is a good time to ride on the momentum and not put your bench players back in and cut a little bit back into this lead, I believe. Mufasa, got his defender up in the air. Didn't try and draw the foul, but they'll get it here on Mellon. Mufasa will go to the line for 2.
Mufasa, he's definitely someone you want going to the line. 91% throws, and you can see a lot of contact there. He draws the foul. Good job by him going in strong and through that contact.
I'm seeing Rick Mort is also a progression player, so they're going to lose a lot of players. But I mean,
over half of their players.
Yeah, but hey, recruits, look at their jerseys. Look, you know, the jerseys are fly. The jerseys are fresh. Why would you not want to come here? A non-biased opinion. It's going to be an exciting time, though. I know we got plenty more basketball to play, but it's going to be an exciting time in the offseason, waiting for Season 8. Everybody getting in their recruiting and the transfers and the rebranding. It's going to be an electric Season 8, and we're going to have a lot of stuff for y'all content-wise to prepare and get that all hyped up. But we still got to crown a champion in this Season 7. Michigan's still live, looking to go back-to-back-to-back. But you got teams like Tennessee, North Carolina, ready to dethrone them.
Definitely. I mean, all the 1 seeds play tonight, as pointed out, and I would count on an upset. There will be one upset tonight. Every 1 seed's going to win.
Who do you think is the most in danger of getting upset? The 1 seeds.
Oh, I mean, that's a tough one, but I'm gonna go with Gonzaga's probably the most prone to being upset by Duke.
Okay, I'll take that. I would have said North Carolina just because this USC team is really good. If there is a team that is upsettable, North Carolina could be one of those. But I mean, you never know what could happen in the CSBA.
But no, anything can happen. I mean, it's March Madness.
It is March Madness, and speaking of, the madness has ensued here tonight. Pitt back within single digits. It's now a 9-point ball game. Cooper Mears back in the game. His first shot of the second half is no good. Bo Diddle with the board. So Pittsburgh sticking with their bench, or sticking with their starters, I should say. Leaving their bench on the bench. Rafus Diddle. Oh my goodness! That cut me out of my chair. The step back breaking the legs of Tennessee's D. And knocking down the 3 at the top of the key. Pittsburgh rolling now.
Over. This is a ball game coming out of half. Looks like a brand new Pitt team. Just a great job by them fighting back.
I agree with you. That is Jason Vance's second made field goal, though. He's 2 for 8 tonight. So he's slow start for him, or a rough start, I should say. Not slow. He's getting up a lot of shot volume. Rick Mort's going to take a tough one. Not make it. Offensive board up. No good. Foul called on Cooper Mears. Rick Mort will go to the line.
I mean, if you're going to send anybody to the line, it is Rick Mort. We really haven't gotten to see much of him scoring-wise this year, as he misses that one.
He's going to fall to 40% on the season after that miss. And
I mean,
go ahead.
I need to pause. Just a good foul there by Tennessee. not letting him have that bucket easily and making him earn it at the line.
Yeah, he's going to go 1 for 2 at the trip there, so he's going to improve to 3 for 6 and stay at 50% on the season at the line. But you see now Pitt back with their bench on the floor except for House the third. Letterman trying to get his floater to go. No, Sutherland! Oh my goodness! Jimmy Boy with the offensive rebound and just put back lethal. Pitt's on a 16-4 run.
That down with authority, and I know the Pitt bench was going wild after that one. It's a 5-point game.
Oh my goodness. Sethro Bodine Diddle called for that foul. He's going to send Dylan to the line for one more after the made bucket.
I mean, that was insane. He drove right through that contact, got the hard layup. It was really impressive.
So he converts on the three-point play. Tennessee back up 8 in the entire bench unit on the floor now for Pitt. See Williams with the ball. He's had a slow start offensively in the first half. It kicks it to his man Letterman down low, and they connect for 2.
Letterman's really going to need to get going here in the second half of the third quarter and in the fourth. Pitt wants any chance at staying alive.
Well, here's another chance to create another possession for him. To lose ball in favor of Tennessee. It's going to be a foul again on Diddle. So we just saw this the last possession that Tennessee had the ball in the same outcome. Dylan with the and one. We'll go to the line for one more.
I mean, Dylan has just absolutely bullied Diddle down there on the past 2 possessions. I mean, great job by him getting through that contact and going to the line.
So 6 straight for Dylan. Finds himself at the line again. That is the big man, Dante Dillon, the sophomore, for Tennessee. Letterman can try and get another shot to go. That one doesn't fall. He's missed 2 of those tonight. At least Malone in transition. Kicks over to Bailey the third. Had him wide open mid. He doesn't take it. Going to try and break down Williams here on the ISO. And a reset now has a mismatch down to Malone over Mirny. He's going to rise up. No good. Good defense there from the smaller defender. Kai Williams takes a mid. Doesn't make it, though. Dylan is just coming in and providing huge minutes for Tennessee tonight.
He's really cleaning up on the boards on both sides of the ball down low. And you can see him with a mismatch right here.
There goes 8 points in this quarter for Dylan. He's up to 10 on the night, but 8 in this quarter. He's heating up now. A man is averaging 8.3 points a game. It's already above his season average here. Still got a whole nother quarter to play.
And you look at this Tennessee squad all around, and you see sophomores, juniors, freshmen all contributing in a big way. And I mean, they have no seniors on their squad, and that's amazing. Great work done by Kay Howie to recruit, and great coaching.
Yeah, that's the scariest part, is that they have no seniors on the team. And similar to the first quarter, Tennessee up 13 after Pitt takes their starters out, puts the bench in, and they go on another run.
This starting unit, Pitt, has really been crucial. They brought it back. We saw it was within 5 at one point, but that bench, it just really showing you how much of a discrepancy there is between teams and, seeds, the 3 seeds.
Yeah, and just a mishap out of the out of bounds play. It's going to reward Tennessee another possession. Sutherland's foot was on the line. Jello back into the ball game now for Tennessee. Misses his first shot back in. Now in transition, Sutherland with the ball, top of the free throw line. Kicks it back out to Williams on the right wing. They're doing a lot of isolation here tonight. What this bench unit is, I should say.
And I think that's one of the reasons that they are down right now. This bench unit that came in and just has not scored at all. They just can't score for some reason. And like you said, it's probably because of that ISO. They run ISOs, and Tennessee, they just clamp them up, and there's really nothing they could do. They have Dylan down there cleaning up the boards, and with just a non-presence of Pitt on the tonight, it's just...
Yeah, Dylan's going to find himself at the line again. So 3 times he has gone against Diddle down low, Bodine Diddle. And 3 times he has been rewarded with a foul. Just in this quarter alone.
I know. Dylan is showing you why he could be one of the best young centers here in this league so far.
Yeah, Williams going to take the ball up now for Pitt. They're going to have to ride out this last 1 minute 40. Try and get a little bit back into this ball game. I mean, they had a huge run. 16-4, I believe, is that total. Letterman knocks down that shot there. Or was that Diddle? They look alike. Oh, my God. No, it was Letterman. It was Letterman. Diddle's a little bit bigger, and he's got that beard on him.
Yeah, they do have, like, the same exact haircut.
Letterman again. He's going to try a layup. No, in and out. So anytime he gets the ball, just bank assured. Or anytime he makes a shot in the previous possession, just bank and rest assured that he's going to shoot the next one. Guns kicks out to Bailey. Stopped in his tracks. He's going to need to get the ball up now. Over to Malone. Left wing, late in the shot clock. Spin move. Tough, long mid-range. No good. Offensive board, though. Guns lays it back up, and that's good. Tennessee back up to 15.
Tennessee has really done a great job at getting those boards all night long, and you could see Tommy Guns, we saw him in the first half just doing work down low, getting putbacks.
With his side of life, Pittsburgh scored 29 points in the first half and scored 20 here in the third quarter, so maybe their offense, you see the starters on the scores table getting ready to check back in, but that's just a bad look. Again, an ugly possession for Pittsburgh. Tennessee chance here with one more at the end of the buzzer. Actually, they're going to go now over to Guns. Oh, my goodness. They said, we don't care. Let Pitt have another opportunity.
Down. Oh, my God. He knows their defense can stop him as, oh, boy.
Another just long, not very high probable shot from Kai Williams, and his offensive struggles continuing. But it is the fourth quarter heading into, so please put your fours in the chat, everybody. Tennessee, a big lead over Pitt. And welcome back to the South region. You're going to see the State Farm assist of the game. It's going to go, they're just going to give it to the one we just saw at the end of the quarter there. Jello over to Guns. I mean, rightfully so, though. That was a beautiful alley-oop.
That a great oop, great dunk. Definitely deserves it.
So the starters back in here for Pitt, and you should expect them to continue the game, barring a blowout. They'll put the subs in at the end. And there's a good connection already. Rafis to Bo, back to Rafis, and an easy 2 at the rim. And a lead, yes, down to 15, but you're going to have to work a little bit harder, I should say, not harsher. And Cooper back into the game with another 3.
Cooper Mears has really been lights out here tonight, showing up when he needed them the most. I mean, we saw that first quarter. The reason they were up so big in that first half, mainly because of Cooper Mears. He got out there, started off hot. You could see 16.7 for 11. He's shooting very efficiently right now, and I really like that about his game tonight.
Yeah, and I also saw Rafis Diddle is up to 24 tonight on 8 for 11.
Ooh.
So Cooper Mears, he's feeling it. Why not? Missed that one, but Gish there to bail him out. Gets the offensive board back up and over Bo Diddle, and it's good for 2.
Gish really did bail him out. I mean, that was a little bit of a heat check there for Mears.
I thought Rafis was going to take that one. He's made back-to-back buckets. Proved to be still a threat offensively in this game. He's down to Bo, trying to work on the big man. And he does. A little skill advantage there in favor of Bo Diddle, and he's good for 2.
Bo, you could see the more experienced the center down there shook like Ian Gish down there. That was a great job there by Bo.
Yeah, Isaac Gish, the freshman center, getting a little bit of a lesson there from the senior center for Pittsburgh. But the lead's still at 18, though, so regardless of what we've been seeing for Pittsburgh in this one, in the fourth from their starters, the lead's still at a tremendous 18. The three from House, the third, good. Ooh. So hitting from the perimeter, somebody other than Rafus Diddle, finally.
Yeah. We've seen Rafus just absolutely carry the Pitt team to where they are right now in this game, and finally someone else is showing up.
Yeah, finally hitting from the perimeter, somebody other than Rafus, but Mufasa back into the game now for Tennessee. He was a spark plug for them in the first half, alongside this guy here, Cooper Mears. They kick down to Gish as the one-on-one over Bo Diddle. But Cooper Mears is going to lose his defender on the step back, but it is a miss. And the loose ball out of bounds on Tennessee will give Pittsburgh the ball.
I mean, a great job there defensively. You saw Mears with a great move, lost his defender, but I mean, he tried to take a fadeaway three. Most of the time, that's not going in. It's a great job by Pitt forcing the turnover.
That is true. House the third just knocked one down. That one went halfway in and came back out. That would have been huge for Pitt to bring it back within 12, but a nice no-look pass to Alec Bari, and his mid-range is good. Lead back up to 17.
I mean, come back. We saw during that third quarter they made it a 5-point game at one time for starters. Time is ticking down, and they don't have many possessions left to get something going.
Yeah, you mentioned, I believe it was 40-45 whenever Lee was cut back down to 5, but just the bench unit giving up too many points and not scoring nearly enough to keep them in the game. And starters come back in down 18. It's really too tough to come back from that. It's almost an insurmountable lead, especially in against a team like Tennessee. Rafus Diddle just missed his last one. Is going to take that one. Same result, but Bo Diddle on the offensive board. Sky's in for 2.
And in point, why Pittsburgh is losing, you look at the shooting percentage. It's not like Tennessee is shooting amazing numbers. They shot 51% here today. But Pitt, last time they showed it, they shot 42%. That is not going to win you any games.
I agree with you. And the volume of what Tennessee is getting the shots up at. I mean, I am really interested in seeing the discrepancy. At one time, I know they had 10 more shots than Pittsburgh. I'm sure that number is higher now with all these offensive boards we're seeing. But a miss there from Tennessee, and an ill-advised pass trying to connect on Bo Diddle. It's hard to overthrow him, and that's what they just did.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a bad pass. They needed something going. I mean, an alley-oop was a perfect opportunity, but not right there. Errant pass and a bad mistake.
I agree with you. That Jason Vance finally getting in the positive scoring side of the scoring column, if I can English. Pittsburgh is going to take a timeout now down 17, and I believe that this may do it with just over 3 to play.
I think this game might very well be almost over. Or for sure over. I'm not going to give anyone any hope, but...
And Tommy Guns awarded with player of the game. 11 points tonight. 3 for 5 on the night. I'm interested in seeing, it's got to be his rebounding numbers. He's got to have a double-double based on that right there. But we'll see at the end of the game. But he is having a great game nonetheless.
Great job coming off the bench and providing Tennessee exactly what they needed.
Oh my goodness. Rick Mort shooting 9% from 3. Knocks one down. He may have the worst shooting splits in the country. I'm looking at him now, 29-59. That's his shooting splits. But another 3 coming in from Tennessee. Lead back up to 19. See the crowd in it now. They're screaming and whatnot. Bo Diddle forced into a double team contested shot. It does not fall. Tennessee a chance to take their lead back up to 20 plus.
And really, Pitt let this one get away from them. Their starters did pretty well, but they just couldn't share the ball. They didn't get enough contributors on offense. Like we said at the start of the game, we needed the big three, Okai and Rafis, showing up. And Bo did decently well. Rafis did amazing. I wasn't really there. Eaton Lenderman wasn't really there. They haven't really had any other scorers. I think that's why they lost this game.
Yeah, I want to chalk it up to the stretch where Seth Robodine Diddle was called for 3 fouls on Dylan, 2 of them being and ones. I want to chalk it up to that little stretch there for Tennessee. That's where they really struggled and shot themselves in the foot. I mean, 3 fouls back to back to back, 2 of them being and ones. That's 8 points, an 8-point swing, and I don't believe that they scored during that time either. So they did very little. And it's just they let the game get away from them whenever their second unit came in.
And that second unit, they really didn't have anyone to go to. A go-to.
What were you saying? You broke up a little bit?
They didn't really have a go-to scorer in the bench.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, Mort's finally getting going here with another
second
shot.
3.
Did they call that a 3 or was that a 2? I don't remember. I don't remember what they had.
That was his next 3. That is incredible.
Yeah, if you had the over-under on 1.5 made threes from Mort, you're a happy man right now. But Vance, we've seen him heat up a little bit in his 4th. He's going to take one late in the shot clock and make it. And with that made shot, I believe that's going to be all she wrote. So Jason Vance, starting the game 1 for 7, has knocked down his last few shots to get back up to 55%.
And, with this game, is probably not going to look like this at all next season. The Diddles bros are gone. Kai Williams is gone. Letterman is gone.
Rick Mort's gone.
Mort's gone because he's a progression. Thank you. Ernie's gone. And transfers. That is a long list of people who are guaranteed gone. Pitt, and just sad to see, but they'll have a shot. They will probably be back next season. I do not doubt it.
Yeah, it's they're gonna have to do some work in the recruiting and the transfer portal. A lot of good recruits, and I'm being a little bit biased here because I finally made a player and I'm in the recruiting portal now. So, but a lot of good recruits and a lot of rumors that we've been hearing as far as the transfer portal goes. Yes, you're losing literally half your team, but there's also 5 spots opening up for you next season as well in those respective areas. See, Bo Diddle's going to add 1 more to get him away from that legendary 69 number. So the final here most likely is going to be 86-71 in favor of the boys in the SEC. Tennessee Volunteers walking into this game in the Sweet 16. And they did give up a little bit of a run there in the third quarter, or was it at the end of the second, third? I don't remember.
It was like halfway through the third.
Halfway through the third. It was a 5-point game, but they ran away with this one all the way through. 15-point is the difference. Tennessee 86, Pitt 71. We'll take a look at the highlights, and then we'll go over the team comparison and box scores. All right, welcome back. Let's take a look at the team comparison. Just real quickly, besides the rebounding differential, which was actually, it was actually covered up a little bit. They got out rebounded by 10, but they in the second half they only got out rebounded by 7? I can't even count. But yeah, besides the rebounding differential, what do you see that sticks out for Tennessee?
The biggest thing that sticks out, I think you can see it too, bench points. Tennessee has 43, Pittsburgh has 18. That won them the game right there. Their bench being so far elevated above Pitt's and just showing the depth that Tennessee has to close out games with their bench. I mean, just a great job there. Those 4 blocks. They won the foul battle, and possession didn't really matter, but see the field goal percentage too, 52% to 44%, and you can see how many threes Pittsburgh took. They took 23 threes, a 35% shot percentage. That's not that great. And you could also, last point I have, is where points in the paint, Tennessee 44, Pittsburgh 28. That's obviously not good for the Panthers. Just shows Tennessee bullied them down low all night, and that's probably why they won this game.
Yeah, Tennessee making easy work of their first 2 opponents, beating Villanova in the first round 84-66, and taking care of a Pittsburgh Panthers team that is beating a lot of really good teams this season, 86-71. Let's take a look lastly at the box scores. If you want to go over Pittsburgh, I will handle Tennessee.
All right, well, Ray Stittle starts us off. Lead scored 26 points. He was 4 for 7 from 3, 9 for 15 at the field goal, 4 for 4 free throw line. He's been their go-to scorer really all season, and he showed it tonight, carried this team on his back. Along with his brother, Bo Diddle, he had 16 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 6 for 8, 4, and those are the only 2 double-digit scores on the Panthers for tonight. Eaton Lenderman with 8 points here. Really didn't have anything else in the stat sheet. 4 for 7. Just not the production you really want. You wish that he would provide in other areas. Rick Mort, 6 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. 2 for 8. He had a 3-pointer. He went 1 for 2 on the free throws. But he did have a great game. Jacques Murney, 6 points, had a rebound. He had 2 pointers. He only shot 3-pointers this game. Really didn't contribute much as you would like him to. Big Hoss, 3 points, 1 3-pointer. He really didn't knock down that many threes, and Pitt really needed him to. He wasn't there. Malone, I love that name. 2 points, 3 rebounds, an assist, a steal, 1 for 3. He didn't hit any threes. Hey, Williams, this guy, 1 for 9, did not hit a 3. That is not something you want from your best scorer on your team. Points, 3 assists, a rebound, 2 steals. I mean, just a game for him. Sutherland with 2 points, 3 rebounds. He had a turnover, went 1 for 4. Really didn't do much out there. You could see that negative 22 there for him and Kai. Jethro Bodine Diddle, I mean, he didn't have any points. Did not take a shot. He had a rebound and a block, though. I mean, he didn't do much this game. The reason Pitt lost, they didn't have many players much.
Thank you for taking care of the Pitt box score. You see he got the 3 fouls there. 2 came at that time. All against Dylan. 2 of those 3 being and ones. But I want to take a quick shout out and thanks to Rafus Diddle and Bo Diddle on great careers. These are your 3-point and dunk champions, respectively, of the Season 7 All-Star festivities. So quick shout out to Rafus and Bo for their great careers. But on to the winning side, the Volunteers led by Cooper Mears. 16 points, 13 of those coming in the first half. Shot 7 for 13 on the night. Jason Vance, he started off really rough, 1 for 7. And then he literally made all of his shots after that. He went 5 for 5 after that. So 6 for 12 is where he ended up. Jason Vance, 13 points. 13 also from the Mongello. He made 3 threes tonight. 4 assists to go along with him as well, so responsible for 22 of those points. Dante Dillon, 12 points, 4 rebounds, 3 blocks, and 2 and 1s tonight. Also 2 offensive boards for him. Tommy Guns, which was the player of the game that you saw there in the presentation in the 4th, 11 points, 10 boards, and 5 assists. 5 for 5 from the free throw line, and 2 dunks, 2 of those boards being offensive as well. Mufasa Alekbari, You're going to see a lot of players with a lot of rebounds just from the rebounding differential. 9 of them for Mufasa, 8 points to go along with him. Shot a little rough, though, 3 for 7. Vincent Bailey knocked down 66% of his shots, 5 points, 2 boards, and 2 assists for him tonight. Brennan Burmeister, 4 points, 2 boards, 2 assists, a steal, and 2 turnovers in his 18 minutes of play. And Isaac Gish, 2 points and 10 boards to go along with 4 assists on his night tonight. And last but not least, Frosty Malone, 1 for 3 on the night in his 12 minutes, 2 points, an assist, and a steal. We're going to wrap things up looking at a team comparison again. Make sure you don't go too far. We've got 3 more matchups later tonight, one of them coming up in 5 minutes. So all the 1 seeds are playing tonight. Up next, USC taking on North Carolina. After that, Florida taking on Georgetown. And last but not least, Duke. This is your upset, Colin. Duke against Gonzaga. So any last words before we sign off, Colin?
And I'm excited for tonight's action in March Madness. It's going to be a great one.
Well, it's been great calling the game with you, Colin. See what I did there? No, it's been great calling with you tonight. Hope that everybody, we see you in the next matchup, of course. So please take care. You're watching CSBA on Twitch, and we will be back soon.